Hello, Hannibal here, welcome back. And yeah, you are seeing that correctly. We are back in Never Second in Rome. And in fact, the new update dropped. So yeah, we are back in here after chapter 10. And on the September the 16th, the new update, the big one, dropped, and chapters 11 to 15 are out, so we've got 5 more chapters to go through. And there have been some changes as well, so some battle mechanics have changed up, so the whole imbalance thing has changed from the previous -20 to +20 to -4 to +16. The penalties have been balanced or changed, and I don't know what that really means in the end, so we're gonna have to try that. There has been a whole bunch of other stuff that changed, so I really don't know what's gonna happen here. So yeah, first up, let's see again what we have. We are here if it has been a while, and it's been 2 months, so yeah, if you want to know where we're at, it's Titus Anicius with his crew, the Sentry, and these are the stats we had so far. Looking fine with Titus. We are above the base and close to the potential we could have on the skills, and the Sentry was also nearing its potential and above its potential. And we had a few people, some of them died already, so we had to get a new Optio because the other old Optio died on us. And so Titus Albinius, Tiberius Quartinius, Numerius Castricius, and Manius Geminius, all 4 died during the campaign so far and were replaced by new hires. And I think the oldest we have so far is, I think it is Sextus Pullius, Gnaeus Navius, and Paulus Fonteius. Those are the 3, and I think even Paulus has been with us the longest, or Sextus. I am not really sure. So here we are, and that's that. We on the inventory had a few upgrades, and then we continue. I have no idea where we're gonna go now and what's gonna happen. I think the campaign in Gallia is against all of these barbarians is still ongoing. I'm not quite sure. Oh, we have been promoted to Pilus Posterior, so very nice. We are now close to Pilus Prior, the best we can achieve here. Yeah, perfect. We have been promoted, and we get a bit of experience going. So, where do we want to invest that? I think we need... Do we need a bit more bravery, charisma? How about we do a bit more discipline? Ah, okay. No matter where I put it, okay. We can't do much. Oh, we can get another intelligence, fine. As an acknowledgement of your long years of service, you are about to be transferred to a higher cohort of a different legion, specifically to the force that Caesar levied in his Italic province at the beginning of the year and that he brought here when the rebellion broke out. They have taken the name of the 6th Legion. So, seems like we are moving on from the 11th. You must say goodbye to your old sentry in the 11th. And your Optio, Paulus Resius, has marshaled troops to salute you before you leave. Although he does not belong to your unit, Titus Claudius, the man you saved in Aquitania a long time ago, is also here to pay homage to you. So that was the one where we earned our, what was it, the golden crown? No, the special thing where we saved him and then defended the spot until sun up, I think. That was that. The troops' opinion. You have led these men on the battlefield for 6 years. They have changed a lot, to the point of being unrecognizable from their past selves, from the clueless recruits they were when you took charge of them. They approach you one by one to bid you farewell. It is time to move on. Okay. here we are. Anicius is with his new century. You assume command of your new century in the 6th Legion. This is the century we are playing with. So, are we better or worse off than before? Oh, we are worse off. Look at this. These I think are worse than what we had. Weren't we at the 40 mark? 40 to 50 mark? Oh, I think so. Okay. You have been promoted to the 3rd cohort of your new legion. A big step up from the 10th. So we are now front and center of the 6th, is that it? The century you have been assigned to had a tough time at Alasia. Green and unfledged, they were held in reserve for most of the fighting until the situation became most dire towards the end of the siege. The centurion died as he held the line against the onslaught of Gallic relief force. Their signifier was wounded soon after and did not survive for long. Their Optio saved what was left from disaster. He was later promoted to Centurion and moved to a lower cohort. Of the previous staff, only the Tesarius remains. I would have loved to take my guys with me. The 6th is still a very inexperienced legion in its first year of service. Your century makes no exception, but it may have more potential than the one you led in the 11th. It is your duty to shape it to the challenge that lie ahead. Okay. You should pick an Optio to assist you. We could take the century surviving Tesarius is an obvious candidate, and the soldier would welcome the appointment of one of their own, Decimus Vibius. And that's his stats. So strength, constitution, endurance, quickness. Looks fine, looks decent, bit of charisma, skills with a bit of potential. Yeah, that's rather low. Or you could look for a more experienced outside among a group of recently re-enlisted veterans. The troop will be less happy with this choice, but it is your call, not theirs. We could have Vibius Matrinius, who is way better, but he's old school. So, look at this. Close to the potential. He's really, really strong. Charisma is an Optio's most important attribute. Charisma is equal on both. This one is way more intelligent, a bit more intelligent. Overall, the stats are a bit lower than this one's, but this is a veteran, so probably he's gonna lose some points over the time, and this one seems to be, not new, but better, and with a bit more potential for later on, maybe? I don't know. Without loss of skills. And down here, yeah, that's... it's nice to see that the potential on swords and shields is up and discipline, but this, we need to up this by a lot. Yeah, you know what? We are new here. Decimus, I think it is. We give him a chance. We give him the... I think we give him the... play here. Yeah, that gets us down, that gets us up. This one is a very strong one, but we are playing the with the troops here, so we're not gonna go against them. And I think from what we learned or from what we've read, Decimus has earned it, so give him the spot. You are leading a new century and your supervision score has been reset. Soon you will have to complete your staff appointments. If you want to increase your supervision, you should adjust your training settings accordingly. You may also want to fine-tune your century's training adapted to your new unit. During the camping phase, you will organize the training... that's the same as before, huh? Yeah, that's the same. Okay, so we've got 18 turns to play with here in the part 11. What's our money? Our money is 9,400. Okay, what do we have? What was the... what do I have to... That's... Alt? Shift? How could I... There was... Ah, here. I just have to left click it. Okay. Because there's a 5-4, a 5-2... 2 awareness. What is this? 3 awareness, 4 appearance, so that would help us with some stuff. But I'm more interested in the material quality, anti-armor resistance. The penalty is down here. Love to see it. And that's 6,600. That's a bit up on the... What do we have here? Yeah, that's the quality we already got. And in fact, the value on ours is way better, as it's close to this one. This one has an appearance bonus. That's not gonna be worth the money. How about this one? Let's go down here. A 4 minus 2. Appearance equal. That's all equal. Not necessary. A 4, a 4-3-4, a 4-5-5. Yeah, that's one more damage. One more anti-armor. More accuracy. Do we take this one? I'm not quite sure if I ever get a new one, but this seems like an upgrade to me. Yeah, that's a downgrade, but this seems like an upgrade to me. 2 accuracy for 4,000. I think we're gonna buy that. We want to buy that. And then let's see, we've got here some ornaments going, and we've got another ornament. Yeah, we can switch to that one. And this one is the same. Okay. Miscellaneous, we can't get a new slave. We are fine. Stability is going down. Okay. Then we're gonna go in and put that one in. And that one in. Sell that. Yes, and sell the old sword. So, training. Oh, you can assign training points. Did they just... Okay. Interesting. You may hover the cursor. Yeah, that's all we know. Okay. We need supervision up quickly. Let's take shield out. We're getting education, blocker, we need quickness for sure. Let's take the shield back. Let's go full supervision for a few turns. And for the sentry, we're doing the artillery training, of course. And look at this, we need to get up the discipline and we need to get up the sword and shield. That's very important. So, drills, sounds about right. Shields, javelin can go a bit down. That can be... Let's put this up. That's troop opinion goes down, strain goes up. Yeah, let's strain them a bit for now and see. Morale goes down, endurance goes up, morale, lingering fatigue goes up. Yeah, we got education improvements gain 6. Okay, supervision is going up. Let's see an event here. What was this? Has been applied, okay. A legionary discreetly offers you a 50 sestertii to let you dodge the... No, refuse and take disciplinary action. That's the usual we do here. Morale goes down by 1, discipline goes up, and integrity goes up. That's the thing we always do. We're gonna take another training round on this. Yeah, there it goes up. Love to see it. The sentry decimus goes up. We're getting a bit of fatigue now, so we want to get that one down by just going into the respite part. Yeah, that's nothing, so let's do this. We still need to... How far are we along here to the numbers? Still ways off. Okay. Supervision nearly done. Here we are. Sentry goes up on everything. Perfect. Now we can equal that one out with just a normal workload. Oh no, that's Anicius. I want this one to go... Other duties. How are other duties looking? We're on 0. Yeah, we need to keep that on 0. I think we're gonna take down this and get in with this and that. Oh. Why am I this this way? Yeah, javelin is needed, but I think it's more important that we actually get stuff going here. We need more of this, and we need way more discipline. How do we do the train discipline? Arguably the most important skill in formation. It strongly affects your sentry's capacity to fight as a unit. How did we get discipline? By drill, right? this is to endurance when a skill or more level below. It's no skill training discipline. Yeah, skill trained is discipline. That's what we need. Yeah. Okay, let's do a few more sword rounds. Okay, we got another sword in. Another event. There is perhaps hope for the situation in Rome. Through the tribunes of the plebs close to him, Caesar obtained from Pompey an amendment to the current law, so that he will eventually be able to run for consul without being physically present in Rome. This way he will not have to relinquish his proconsulship before the term is over. Such a solution will allow Caesar to avoid returning to the capital as a private citizen, fully exposed to the vengeance of his political enemies, the traditionalist aristocracy, the factions of the flu, as he calls them. The shadow of a civil war seems to be receding once again. For how long, no one can tell. Okay. Another round of training this. Supervision is up. We can now bring that down to normal levels. And we can, on ourselves, get in more training on the discipline, the quickness. The endurance is way down. Constitution could go up. And we could go with sword training for now. Yeah, shield sword, it's fine. Get in more attack here. Okay, sentry doing fine. You know, 34. That's too slow. Okay, get this one going and get this one here. We do drills. Yeah, a few drills would also be necessary now. Base awareness for Anicius goes up. Charisma, intellect, awareness goes up. Javelin and morale goes up. Another one, endurance goes up for all. Wow. That is... I don't like the idea of going in with a new set of people. I would have loved to stay with mine. Okay, so you have lost the bet with one fellow, that's fine, don't care about the 20. Yeah, we got an upgrade. We are now on number 8, so we're going to 10 and then we see if we rearrange something. And now we need to find new. So, past century. Ah, here we see our old. Look at this. Yeah, that was way better. Of course, they were trained. Remaining 44, lost 30. Oh, but we get all the manpower back. That's good. We need a new signifier. So, we need a new one. Melee, skill, and bravery are very important for a signifier. Charisma is beneficial. Pick out your new signifier from the century. Also, you can appoint one of your eligible staff members and notable legionnaires. No, we need a new one. And what did it say? Melee and bravery, right? There it is. So... his best part is sword. Let's give him that. His strong suit is bravery, charisma, and endurance. Or quickness. He's a good fighter. And better than average is constitution, this one, and his... shield and no, let's say discipline and the strength. That's that. And his worst part is probably, let's say, his shield play is. His shield is the worst. And we generate him, and we get a 69 sword guy. Whoa, that is way beyond what even Anicius has, right? Okay, that is Titus Anicius. Anicius has, yeah, 69. And, okay, 69 potential. He still is in training. Ha! Okay. Had hoped that that would be something. We need a new thesaurus. They're both not eligible because they can't, because they have already a higher rank. Good discipline, intellect ought to be at least a little bit above average. Charisma and awareness have their importance too. Then let's go with discipline as his best. Do we? Yeah, I think so. Let's give him discipline. Then we give him intellect, should be above. Why not give it to him? Charisma also, and awareness should also be up. Okay, why not do them all if we're possible? The better than average is gonna be sword, shield, javelin, and bravery. Maybe some coordination. And his worst one is... What's his worst one? Strength? And let's do it on strength. And that's him. And that's our new Tesserarius, sorry. Numericious Caecilius? Is that correctly? Caecilius, yeah, probably. Numericious Caecilius is probably his name. And Titus Ulpius and Decimus Vibius. Know them. These are our new second in command. So our Optio, our signifier, and the Tesserarius. So 2 more rounds of training here, and then we're gonna change up the training. And there's another thing going on. We got our money. A few of your new troops are struggling. You're not fully satisfied with their sword play. Go to standard practice. Barley rations until they show satisfactory signs of improvement. Put half century on barley rations, even those whose competency is not so far behind. It will motivate them. Sacrifice your own spare time to mentor each of them more closely. We're gonna do the mentorship. I hope that's the best we can do here, because we are very experienced, and our experience should help out a lot. Your unusual prowess requires a lot of dedication, but the results are positive. We get a bit of strain, humanitas goes up, troops opinion goes up, and sword goes up by 500 for the century. I hope that helped a bit. Let's see the century. We're doing drills still. For the discipline, yeah, we need to get discipline up, otherwise we are getting eaten alive. 500 on the sword. Yeah, that put us to the next level. Okay, at least something here. Strain here is high. That strain is gonna go down. We are doing fine. We are still trying to eke up on the next one here. Maybe we should do some javelin. We're still bad at javelin, so why not try that? Okay. Off we go. Yeah, that's going down. That's good. That's going up. Another one. Another one. Your superiors appreciate your trustworthiness. Nice. Love to see it. So, what's the number saying? We're still not getting there. Yeah. We need more. We need way more sword. Javelin is also behind. How about... let me see that. Discipline. We need more discipline. Let's get one more round of discipline or 2 until we get the next upgrade for discipline. So... that's not it yet. That's it. Strain goes up for all. Yeah, that's fine. And that is the discipline. And now we're taking out the discipline and put it into sword. Oh, we are also strained. Okay, let's put javelin down a bit. I'm so sorry again, but I have to drop javelin again. As I don't want to put more strain on the guys, but just need them to train a bit more. Yeah, discipline 38. Get more in here. Fatigue down. Fatigue is on 0. Fatigue is on 4. Okay. Sword is up now on 37. Which is good. Now we're gonna do this and that. And that. And we are on normal. Or can we do... Yeah, it's also strain. We're gonna do just across the board upgrades. Another money coming in for us. Another upgrade here. And we are done. So, I'm gonna just pause here and save that. Just for safety reasons. And we're back. So, quick save done. And looks good. We now have a bit more money again. And we're gonna move on. Administration is up, supervision is up, all we needed here. Yeah, opinion is going up fine, and we start. Even after their crushing defeat at Alesia, notwithstanding the loss of their charismatic leaders, some of the tribes have not given up on getting rid of your presence. And we still think the middle of France was still open and not under our under control, and something on the northeastern part. No longer than 2 months ago, on the last day of December, Caesar set off from his quarters in Bibracate, leaving his questor Mark Antony in charge. He reached the winter camp of the 13th and called to himself a former legion, the 11th. With them, he launched a surprise attack against the Bituriges. There were no major battles. The rebels, caught off guard by the quickness of the proconsul's action, motivated by the relatively friendly terms he offered, eventually capitulated and accepted the return under his protection. Shortly after Caesar's return to Bibracate, the Bituriges sent him a call for help. The neighbors, the Carnutes, had not appreciated a change of heart and were attacking them. It is your turn. The commander wants to cycle the legions employed through this difficult season. This time he sends for your 6th and for the 14th. You leave your winter quarters on the river Saône, and on a cold, gloomy day. Okay, off we go. Caesar has also brought a large force of horse and foot auxiliaries. Admittedly, they look more dangerous than the regulars. It is hard not to notice that the proconsul has chosen 2 of his least experienced legions. The elder of the 2, the 14th, has barely completed its 2nd year of service. It is the same legion that took a serious beating by the 2,000 Sugambri raiders when the rest of the army was going after Ambiorix in the north among the Eburones. It was the first real combat experience, one that must be hard to shrug off. Clearly, the commander does not expect the Carnutes to offer much resistance. They used to be a major tribe in central Gallia, but last year's war was hard on them, as it was on the Bituriges for that matter. Both tribes had their most important cities stormed and ravaged. You find no opposition as you advance. The Carnutes are acting as anticipated, abandoning their settlements before your arrival. You finally approach Senabum, their capital. The city is as deserted as the other places you saw along the way. It has been a year since you were here when the first counterstrike against the rebels was launched. The city wall had not protected the inhabitants back then. They did not expect it to work any better this time around. Inside the city, many signs of the previous devastation are still visible. You are seeing that your men find lodging in some of the empty houses when your Pilus Prior sends for you. He has been asked to provide contingents to protect the supply line. He wants you to choose someone among your staff to lead on one such group. There are no significant threats. The hostiles in the area are scattered and mainly busy keeping as far away as possible from your army. Whoever you choose, it's only important that they are reliable and capable of staying focused on the task. Are we sending the Tesserarius, our new one, or are we sending the Optio? I think our signifier is decent, so he has to be reliable and capable of staying focused on a task. So if we have a look at the available options, we have Vibius, who is well aware on 54, and intellect is on 60, a bit of charisma and a bravery. Worse off on awareness and intelligence is Titus, so I think he's not the one we send. And in fact, I think Numerius Caecilius is the one we send, probably. Yeah, I think so. So it's our Tesserarius going out. You spend the following days with most of the troops in Senabum, while the auxiliaries are sent out in every direction to hunt the rebels down. When the response contains a check, you can hover over the... Oh, okay. Check. In the meantime, Caecilius is dealing with his assignment. Discipline is needed. Ah, discipline, of course. Yeah, still he is was the one of the... Yeah, okay. I think he doesn't get it. That looks to me like close to a 50-ish. We don't get any negatives or bonuses from morale, so could be a fail. Oh, it is a success. He handles the task as professionally as could be expected. The weather keeps getting worse, and young troops are unused to the rigors of winter camping. The unforgiving cold and frequent storms are testing their mettle, discipline, and constitution on the century. Discipline is, where are we at? Here, 38, and Constitution is on 57. If we take the middle of that, we should go to 80, what is it? 80, 88, 95, 95 by 2, 100 would be 50, so 95, that's 5 less, that's 2.5 less, so we are on 47.5. Could do it. Yeah, 47, perfect. All things considered, they get by well enough. That's okay. You can only imagine how it must be for the Carnutes out there. Even though they are more used to this climate than your soldiers with no real shelter, they will not endure much longer. Okay, nothing happened. The auxiliary raiding parties keep reporting success. Ultimately, the Carnutes collapse and disperse among some of the adjacent tribes, abandoning their country to you. There's no formal surrender. It may not be over yet. The pause is short. Caesar's longtime friends, the Remi, have been sending messengers to inform him that the Bellovaci and their allies are mustering warriors in preparation for a full-scale war. Caesar summons 4 legions from their winter quarters before he leaves with his horsemen and light infantry. They will meet and then head northeast in the direction of the new threat. The 6th and the 14th will stay in Cenabum for the time being under legate Trebonius. It is curious that the Bellovaci, who can boast of being the most powerful and numerous of the Belgae, were never involved in a serious scrap with your side in all these years. Long ago, during your second summer in Gallia, they were compelled to surrender by Caesar's cunning and quick thinking rather than by an actual defeat on the battlefield. It was only last year, when their hostages were freed, that they seemed on the verge of throwing their mighty weight behind Vercingetorix's rebellion. But later, they were reported to have sent only a small, almost symbolic force to join the relief army at Alesia. They would not take orders from anyone and would deal with the Romans on their own in due course, they claimed. They seem to have decided that this is the time. The other pockets of resistance spread out across Gallia might force Caesar to face them with only a fraction of his army. Time passes slowly as you attend to your duties in Cenabum, and scant news arrive from the new front. The proconsul eventually entered the territory of the Bellovaci with the 11th, and most remarkably with the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. The fact that he's using 3 of his 4 top-notch veteran legions says a lot about how much he considers this threat to be far more dangerous than the lightning campaign of this winter. Okay. When a messenger arrives and Trebonius calls a war council, it becomes obvious that the tidings are not good. On Caesar's request, the legate has sent a courier to summon the 13th from the nearby land of the Bituriges to the south. All 3 legions must depart to reach the front as soon as possible. So it's really going on there. You are told that Caesar's army and the Bellovaci have been confronting each other for many days. Their camps are separated by a profound valley and a marsh, hence the need for more legions to envelop the enemy position. The proconsul call was clear: you must proceed by forced march. Be implacable. Use the vine staff with no restraint. Your sentry must stand the pace at all cost. Be as stern as the situation requires, but do not overdo it. Endurance on the sentry. Endurance on the sentry is on 53. That is below 50. That is above 50. That is probably a 55-ish. Yeah, we're gonna use this one. I know it takes down the stuff, but it gives us a bit more discipline. I know they hate it, but you need to look more toiled than you ought to. Yeah, we don't have the endurance. Yeah, to carry the burden that your men are obliged to bear. Okay. Another courier informs Trebonius that the Bellovaci unexpectedly broke contact with Caesar by using a smoke screen and fell back to a more defensible place about 10 miles behind their previous camp. The spies must have told them of your approaching column. When you reunite with the proconsul's army, you learn that the enemy has been engaged in harassing tactics that cost your foraging parties dearly. Your legion, inexperienced as it is kept back and reserved away from danger. Don't we know it? The same play as before. You cannot bear sitting on your hand. Volunteer to join one of the foraging teams on your own. Stay at camp with your troops. Well, we know if we go, that's gonna be a problem. We have learned that patience is a virtue here in these campaigns, and running off won't help, especially if we are the head of this troop, the new one, and we are supposed to be the veteran. And if we go, then it's up to Domitius, and he is not very experienced, so we stay with the troops at the camp. It is no longer before luck smiles on your side. A new large ambush in the works is revealed by a prisoner. Lingering fatigue is greatly reduced for everyone. Perfect. Caesar prepares a trap of his own and sends in strong units of horsemen reinforced by auxiliary infantry, with legions following closely, ready to give support. It is not necessary. The Bellovaci suffer heavy losses and are routed. What is more, their commander-in-chief, Choreus, was present and refused to flee with the rest. They say he fought valiantly before he fell under the missiles of the auxiliaries. The Bellovaci surrender shortly after the disaster. They have to give new hostages, but other than that, Caesar opts for a clement approach. It works, and the other members of the hostile alliance are quick to take the opportunity and lay down their weapons. So we didn't fight. Now that this region is completely under control, the proconsul divides his forces again to address trouble in distant areas of Gallia. Your cohort is temporarily attached to a group of 24 others under Legate Fabius. You must journey far to the southwest, almost to the western coast. There we'll find Legate Caninius. He sent letters about a possible insurrection, and his 2 legions might not be able to be enough to deal with it. You are not very far from your destination when you get word that the city of Lemonum, loyal to Caesar, is under siege by a coalition of rebels. Caninius is camped in the vicinity of the city with his army group, but he lacks the manpower to lift the siege. Fabius hastens to bring relief. You are moving towards a bridge on the river Loire when a courier from your cavalry vanguard reports that they intercepted a large column of hostiles. Evidently, the besiegers had learned of your immediate arrival and abandoned their purpose. They were probably trying to relocate to a more defensible position. In the open, they are extremely vulnerable. At night, Fabius sends out the cavalry to attack again and hold the enemy in place, while he leads you, the heavy infantry, to the battlefield. Through the advance, you see the tensions grow in the young faces of your legionnaires as the sound of battle gets louder. When you come into sight of the enemy, a bitter fight is underway. The mere appearance of the legionary cohorts causes panic in some sections of the other side, and the effect is catastrophic. Your cavalry attacks with renewed strength, and the rebels are routed before you make contact. Again, no fighting for us. Another victory without even having to fight. There were representatives of the Canuts among the foes, or so it is said. Fabius leads his 25 cohorts back to the northeast to their territory. The tribe has reoccupied its land in the absence of a Roman garrison. Our rank is not high enough. You are not present at the meeting with their leaders, but you are told that they had lost the will to fight. The bland conditions imposed by the legate convinced them to give in. There was only one more rank we could have gotten, the Pilus Prior, so, yeah, unfortunate, but we see. Their example is soon followed by the people of the nearby region called Amorica. Okay. You're beginning to think that it's all over when another letter from Legate Caninius shatters the illusion. After the battle near the Loire, with his 2 legions, he followed another group of enemy survivors, about 2,000 strong, headed south. One of their leaders was Lucterius the Cardigan, a former lieutenant of Vercingetorix. They were directed towards the province of Gallia Transalpina, possibly to raid it, but the pursuers forced them to seek refuge in the city of Uxellodunum, in the territory of the Carduci. Lucterius still exerts a strong influence over his tribe. Determined to bring reinforcements to his colleague, Fabius leads his army group on a long southbound march. Almost 250 miles later, you catch the first glimpse of Uxellodunum. You have seen your share of sieges, and you can tell quickly that a frontal assault against those rocky slopes and the walls that surmount them would result in the usual waste of life and nothing else. Talking with the centurion of the Caninius army, you learned that yesterday the surprised Lucterius outside the fortress, as he and a substantial party of his associates are trying to bring more wheat inside. As far as is known, they already have large stocks of food. It is unclear what they were trying to achieve. Probably the experience at Alasia made them extremely forehanded. Anyway, Lucterius eluded capture. His current location is unknown. To the besieged do not seem particularly disheartened by his development. Their will to resist has not changed. Fabius takes control of one sector to strengthen the blockade, but very little progress is made over the following days. As far as you know, Uxellodunum has become the last bastion of the rebels across the entire Gallia. Although the enemy force is relatively small, its symbolic value is immense. Caninius has been trying to contact Caesar, but such things take time. The proconsul's army group must have been on the move since you split up. So it's this asterisk up here. But we're way down south and not in the northeast or west. Northwest, I think it was. You're all taken by surprise when the scouts report a large body of horse approaching from the north. Caesar is here. He immediately takes charge of the operations. The city has 2 sources of water. First is a river that surrounds part of the hill. The second is a spring that flows way up at the root of the wall. The river cannot be diverted, the lay of the land makes it impossible. Caesar goes for the second best solution and stations archers, slingers, and artillery teams in range of the easiest routes that descend from the fortress to the river. Tell your superior that enemy should be part of the force. What is our artillery? 35. Who? Do we trust them? We did a bit of training, but not much. I don't even know if we could have gotten any higher score than this. But 37 is close to 40, and this looks to be about right. Yeah, perfect. Your Scorpion team is still far from the proficiency level of the most experienced legions, but it should not be a hindrance, and it might learn something. We got another potential. The new arrangement makes it impossible for the new enemy water carriers to perform their duties. In the meantime, 2 more legions that were following the proconsul on foot joined the siege. The high spring is beyond the effective reach of even torsion engines and remains a problem, but the proconsul has come up with a plan. He orders to build a protected earthwork against the hill, while other teams will secretly dig tunnels to cut the spring off its source. Our rank, we are still not on the high enough rank. All units must alternate between picket duty and the building of tunnel activities. So I had no chance. Maybe if I had a higher rank, the last one that is available to me, we would have maybe been able to choose what to do. Your sentries are assigned to the mining task. So, do we strive for quality? Push your men to work faster. Difficulty 3. We strive for superiority, like 2 rounds. Once. With a bonus. Twice. That's that. And now let's see if we can push our men a bit. Because we are behind. Okay. That's good. And we are not doing it. Damn it. We are not getting any bonus rolls, which is very bad. Look at this. We are not getting the bonus rolls we need, which is bad. I shouldn't have done the... Push it. Push it. Yeah, we're not finishing it. Okay, I did a mistake in the beginning with the superior strive. That didn't help. Yeah, okay. My bad. I misjudged what my men can do. That is on me. Okay. Many days pass as the work proceeds. You hear of the situation in the rest of Gallia. 15 cohorts are with Antony among the Bellovaci. According to his reports, everything's under control. The locals are holding up their end of the bargain. Labineus, with 20 cohorts, 2 whole legions, and plenty of auxiliaries, is near the northern banks of the Rhine in the country of the Treveri. The fierce frontier tribe no longer has to deal with the Germanic raids that prevented it from joining forces with Vercingetorix last year. They are likely to stir up trouble now. The 60-foot earthwork is completed and a 10-story tower is built on its top. The new structure puts the spring well within shooting range. With such a threat against the rebels' last source of water, the siege should end soon. The cohort of his sentries on a picket duty today. There's a moment of shocked confusion as flaming objects start running down the hill towards the construction site. Within a short time, fire is spreading. Many warriors, probably all the rebels have, are pouring out of the city gates to prevent anyone from helping contain the blaze. Most are engaging your compatriots from a distance, throwing javelins and stone from above, but a thin-line crowd of rebels with too much enthusiasm is descending and getting close to your cohort. Valor. Your young soldiers know of your stature as a warrior. They are heartened to have someone like you to lead them at this time. Nice to know. The impractical ground is causing a lot of disruption to the hostiles, but they seem determined to engage you hand on hand. Here we are. Yes, of course, we're gonna want to get a favor here. We're gonna go all out. I don't really know what we did last time. Jupiter, Mars, Juno. I don't really know. Was there a difference? Yeah, I think we found out last time that there was a difference on how much we can spend on some of these, right? So 1,200, yeah, that was the better one. That's 1,000, 1,000. And General Loki is also 1,000. Okay. These were the 250 ones. Okay, so let's take Minerva, Mars. Oh, Mars we did last time. Juno we did last time. Jupiter we did last time. So it's Diana and Apollo this time. Maybe Victoria. Let's do it that way. Competitiveness 36. Done. And here we are. The new fighting part. Your sentry is the sentry you lead is only a small section of a tactical unit called a cohort. Yeah. Cohesion of your enemy must be 1050 or less at the end of the fight. Your cohesion must be higher than your enemies. Or if we lose that much cohesion, we are in trouble. Let's quickly check. So this one has changed. Look at this. Imbalance can go from -4 to +16 and is modified twice per round based on a current commitment. Yep. For each point of imbalance above +6, we get to clash capacity, to fatigue. Okay, so don't go above 6 if possible, and definitely don't go into the negatives, as this one is bad. Okay. Continue. Yeah, that's the... we don't need that again. I get this prompt probably because this is the first time I started and played this game on the new PC, so maybe I could import the saves, or I put the saves where the old saves were on the old PC, but I think the game still thinks I'm playing the first time, so yeah. Morale is high, morale is low, range, okay. We throw... do we throw in advance? Oh, I think we do. Look at this. At +24. And tries to act on otherwise. Success. We had a 108 versus a 69. That's perfect. Our sentry throws on a -1 and does not hit. The enemy throws on a 12 and does not hit either. Perfect. At least they didn't hit. That could have been bad. Let's quickly go over this again for me as well. Few melee rounds. Yep, that's what we know. Your formation, there are 3 level stats involved. Cohesion is the equivalent of the health we have. Yeah, that's right. The max value of cohesion is determined by the formation's discipline. Each battle has a primary goal. Yeah, we know. The front takes away a bit of the damage on cohesion. And front defense indicates this. The indicates defense points provided by the formation to the individuals in the front line. So, yeah, okay. Each round is divided into 2 rounds, one of each formation. The order is established before the beginning of the first round. The acting formation performs 3 checks made of 2 opposed 2d50 rolls to gain momentum. Each successful checks gives 1 momentum to the formation, inflicts 4 points of damage to the opponent. Check uses a modifier that obtain momentum. At the end of the turn, the formation that has more momentum can try to press the advantage regardless of whose turn it is. This made by 2 advantage opportunity checks. Every successful attempt inflicts damage to the enemy formation, and if successful, pressed at least once, individual conflicts can erupt. Yeah. And for each successful advantage, check 20 points damage. That's good. And commitment still hasn't changed. As a Saturn, you will not regularly rotate the frontline rank. You are expected to lead by example. However, yeah, okay. We need to look that we get back. They are steadfast. We are fierce. No, we stay steadfast. I think we're gonna stay on that. What is this, by the way? This unit's determination are both lower than the opponent's, but the negative effects are suppressed because the Optio's charisma and, to a lesser extent, his awareness and discipline compare favorable with the opponent's bravery. Nice, cool. Nice to know. And this is a Luke's formation, yeah. So, we win. We begin. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this special momentum here. 4 momentum rolls, however, you should be obtained to an advantage base modifier will be instead of the standard 5. And also as a whole, we suffer 3 additional points of fatigue, while the fighter and frontline suffer 4. I think we're gonna do that because they don't have much cohesion, and maybe we can break them quick and easy. And no, ooh. We are back. We are so back with our sub 50 rolls. Oh boy, that's I didn't miss it. Oh wow. Yeah, and he hits 2 of 3. Oh boy, God, couldn't press the advantage here. Wow, now we have the determination down. That's bad. Can we do anything? Can we do this and get our guys into position? We use ourselves as the spearhead and hopefully hit. 2 hits. And 1 goes through for him, and we can attack now. No, we don't. Okay. Yeah, we take ourselves back for 1 turn. Imbalance is on 4. We get another round here. Can we go to cautious? To save on the imbalance? Probably. Okay, let's go 1 more round. We hit once. His fatigue goes up. Our imbalance goes up. Yeah, we didn't do much, right? We're slowly disengaging. That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this one. 50. Okay, they're going very cautious. We're slowly disengaging. We want to go in. And we want to get them. I know we are getting into the imbalance part. Should we get into the imbalance part is the question here. Clash for everyone in the formation. Cohesion at the end of each turn. Once. Before we get out, we want to do at least some damage here. So that they don't get much of that modifier. That's also unchanged, I think. Yeah. Okay. Close this. Titus is involved in brief fighting. Ah, we are back. We are so back. During battles, intense. So we are back. Confined space. The fighters on the side are wielding a non-pole weapon with a reach long. If the fighter on this side are wielding a non-pole weapon, no, we don't have. Would it reach longer than 2? Do we have that? We have a reach of 2. Longer than 2 we don't have, so that's irrelevant. And we've got adverse terrain because they're running downhill at us. That's at least what I figured. Okay, we get a bit of a bonus here. Let's close in. It's been a long time. Yep. It's been a very long time, so let's see. On the feint part, oh, it looks good. On the strike part, what's your... Yeah, you're not good. You're really not good. I think we're gonna go straight in with an attack. On a plus 31, I'll take my chances and hit him hard. Or not hit him hard, but yeah, and now we're doing another one. This one... Wow! Very high chance of a possible thing here, and we just miffed it. And now that should be it. Soft spot attack onto the leg, on the groin. Which one was the good one? The groin, right? The head as well. How about the head? 34 plus, come on. Yeah, that's a hit. On a stance, oh man! What is going on here? How are we not getting through here? Plus 46. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Yeah, that's the hit I wanted to see. Okay, he's going into panic mode here. We're gonna go in the hard-hitting mode on the head. It's starting again. The big fat rolls onto whatever is necessary by him here. So that's a big hit. He's going defensive. And we're going normal. That difference is... Okay, we're fatigued now in a minute here. But we're taking him with us, hopefully. Yeah, that's perfect. And I think we get now the big hit. Kill him. Yes. Good. Crushing defeat. Used our advantage here. Our experience, many years of experience, and took him down. Balance goes up. I know. We need to get back. We are still getting the advantage here. Lose a bit of front and cohesion and everything. And now we are going down. Yeah, we're disengaging. Let's go down here and disengage. Oh, they're going for 4 momentum. Wow. Crazy. And they hit. Okay, no kill at least. That would have been hard. Yep, looking fine. Brief respite. All good. Seize the advantage. I think so. We do that. And lose the disadvantage. Okay, he doesn't hit. Our chance to get it. We don't need to do anything special. Perfect. Hit. Twice. And nothing. Okay. Looks good. I think we're below... Yeah, that's the last round of fighting, so we get 6 rounds of fighting here. Okay, that's ours. Let me go for once this, and then we're gonna go all out. Oh, man, is that bad. How are we not rolling anything here? Okay, nothing hit, at least. Man, that's bad. And a double hit. Wow. Stop that. Okay. Always fear of losing someone here. We're gonna need an... momentum now. Yeah, there it is. There it is. And no hits. What are we rolling? Please, what are we rolling? I mean, yeah, we're below what is wanted from us, but please. Okay, nothing. Are we going all out here? It's slowly disengaging. We're close to the finish line. And we're gonna go fierce. Oh, that's so bad. So bad! Man, that crew is just not effective right now. We're way behind what the other ones could do. 45-34 against 34-31. Okay, so now we have to do the real plays again, and the real plays are offensive focus and stuff. Yep, exactly. So we feint. We're gonna go offensive focus here. He's going offensive focus as well. Interesting. What we're gonna do is we feint to get into his reach. Okay, perfect. And now we attack him onto the groin. Oh yeah, we bring him down a point here. Was it the legs or the groin? Which one were the ones with the big damage on the fatigue? Where was it? Am I blind? Bypass armor. The defender is hard pressed. Defender's hard pressed. To a hit. Base health determined. Groin health damage of base health. Fatigue. Here it is. 3 for every percentage point of health damage. Oh yeah, that is this. That is the one. The legs are it. Nice. Yeah, we brought him down. Okay. He recovered a bit. We're doing fine. He is on a very tired part. That's good. I think we can... Okay, we can't do a soft spot attack, but we can try a torso attack. Yep, that's a hit. And we can try another torso attack. Oh, another hit. Nice. Rebound focus. Good for us. I don't want to go... Oh, we could. We actually could. Let's try it. Oh, nice. Could be a kill. Ah, hard pressed only. Damn it. Can we finish it off? We need a hit. Soft spot hit? I think soft spot hit. Can we hit him? Oh. We had every chance to kill him and then we didn't. Ah, that could have been Titus's first kill. Titus Ulpius's first kill. Would have been lovely. Damn it. We are slowly disengaging. We're gonna go normal and we're gonna attack. That's 2. With a -7. Yeah. Okay, 1 hit. Ooh, nice. Few more damage points. And a single momentum on his part. We hit on a very low roll. Okay, we are disengaging. Yeah, that's it. We're done. We're gonna go in with another run. We need to be better with our imbalance next time, but this is fine. We did what was asked of us. The rebels disengage all along the line as soon as they notice that more cohorts are boisterously climbing up the hill away from the fighting towards the unguarded city wall. When the Gauls' effort entirely focused on manning the bastions, there is no more pressure on your construction side. The fire is brought under control and quelled. Competitiveness was converted into everyday morale. And we continue. It is widely known, even among the natives, that the next year's summer will be Caesar's last as proconsul. It is common talk at the camp that if the rebellion is somehow kept alive until he's no longer in charge, then even the most unthinkable scenarios will become possible. This is why Caesar is so determined to snuff out the resistance in Uxellodonum. Okay. Shortly after the massive sortie, the miners succeed in cutting the water spring off. With its stilling goes all hope for the besieged. They surrender. The general population of Uxellodunum is spared any punishment, but Caesar imposes an unusually ruthless penalty on the men who took up arms against him. They will be allowed to live, but without their hands. Cries of excruciating pain and horror resound for a long time as the order is carried out. Wow, that sounds brutal. From the north, Labienus reports that he defeated the rebellious army of the Treveri after a cavalry clash. Lucterius, the Cadurican, does not stay in hiding for long. He's betrayed by an Avarian chieftain and imprisoned. You keep the vow, perfect. You're compensated for the long campaign. Caesar leaves at the head of 2 legions for Aquitania, a place you had been too long ago with the late Publius Crassus. It is the only main region of Gallia that the proconsul has never visited, but there are no battles to fight. Dispatches are sent to Rome announcing that all of Gallia has been pacified. Nice. I think we did it. Yep. We get 3 points. I think we're gonna go and give that one to bravery, charisma. Yeah, well, let's do discipline. I'm fine. We can get more out of this, so go for 50 here and go for a bit more bravery. And that's that, and we are already on chapter 12. So thank you for watching so far. As always, I will give you a map of what happened here and show you where we traveled, or try to show you where we traveled and what we did and where we ended our run here. So thanks for watching so far, and yeah, here comes the map with the short summary. Once again, leave it up to Cristiano from the Wikipedia page, where we get a nice little map. And this is it. This is what the 11th act was talking about. The end, basically, of the Gallia rebellion and the whole of the conquering of the Gallians, of the of Gallia. And there are a lot of markings here. We're not gonna go into every single one, but from what we've read, so in a quick summary from what we've read in the act, we had the one little bigger campaign with Caesar going up to the north to the Eburones and to Atuki to get there and fight with the strongest enemy. That's also where we were sent to reinforce, and then came back. Then there is the second string that we heard of, that's on the right hand side, where a few legions from Labienus went up to the Treveri and dealt with the Treveri in the eastern part or northeastern part. And our group, our new legion, or our new century within the 6th. Am I wrong again? Yeah, our legion, our new legion, a new cohort went to the west with Fabius to deal with the Turones and all of the stuff that happened there. So that with the raiding parties and a bit of this and that, but nothing major. And then we went south to really get going in the region with the Piturigas down here, where we did not have really the rest of the land, and we needed to go there and fight. And we went down south and went to the Katuki and into Uxelodorum, and that is down here. And that is where we did our small fighting with a bit of siege work. And then afterwards, the act ended for us. Caesar, of course, went even a bit further south into the parts of Aquitania, which should actually be to the southwest here, the last red parts, or even a bit into the Spanish part, I think. But I'm not quite sure about that. Overall, that was it for the Gallia part. I think that was the last one. The rest of Gallia is going to surrender here in this year, and there will be no more fighting. And if I saw the Wikipedia correctly, and as far as I remembered, this is it. Caesar conquered the whole of Gallia and for Rome, and will return to back to Rome. Or to his proconsulship, and then from there it goes further. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen if we stay with the Legion and with our century, or if we are gonna be again repositioned to something else. And I also don't know where we're gonna go, if there's gonna be a civil war maybe, or something else. We will see. Otherwise, this is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you with the next one. Bye bye.